Thank you, Keith. Well, this has been a long time coming, and we are excited to officially cut the ribbon on this fantastic facility. First, I'd like to introduce some of our city council and elected officials. We have Gloria Betcher, Amber Corriere on council, Rachel Junk on council. Is there anybody else that I've missed? I also see Lisa Heddens, our Story County Board of Supervisors, is here. And anybody else? All right. Well, when I talk to individuals, talk to groups around the community, talk to student government, we talk about the fact that Ames has has 40 parks. And parks is really an important part of quality of life in our community. And I will say this, that council has been very excited and committed to building this mini pitch. And thanks to Amber Corriere in particular, who was really championing that. But all of council was in full support. And this is just going to add another dimension to the quality of life to our community. In addition, it also helps build and strengthen our neighborhoods. I know the Parks Recreation Board endeavors to get parks and amenities scattered around the community. So each neighborhood feels that they have an opportunity to enjoy different aspects of life, exercise, getting out. We just recently cut the ribbon at Carr Park of the new agility course. And this is just another thing that we're going to be cutting the ribbon today in Ames. So with that, I just want to say personally and also on behalf of council, thank you to the Friedrich family. Kurt Friedrich from Friedrich Realty is going to say a few words, introduce a lot of people, I believe, that have come from their family, which is exciting. But Kurt, thank you for taking the lead on this and significant contribution, as well as the other donors. So Kurt, please come on up.
Thank you, John. It is really fun to be here, and what a cool project this is. I'm still amazed at how neat this is. And guys, you don't have to stop playing. Just keep going. That's great. I love seeing it. We get to see you guys playing on our way into work and on the way home. I think it's been getting used pretty heavily here over the last month, or so it seems. So exactly what we want to see happen. I guess just to start off, I wanted to acknowledge everybody here. This is a big project, a heavy pull, and it is not without all of your participation that stuff like this happens. So I just want to say, way to go for your partnership in this project. We all helped to make this happen through different kinds of contributions, all of which are extremely important. And let's find another project. What's next? I mean, John was talking about how we are called to strengthen neighborhoods, and this kind of stuff does that. So let's do more of it. Also want to just make a special shout out to my family and our team. And many of them are here in the audience tonight. Thanks for being here on this hot day. I love you guys. I'm really proud of you. Thanks for your love and support, your hard work and dedication. And team, your hard work and dedication makes us participating in stuff like this possible. So let's just keep it up. I know the sky's the limit for you. Let's find something else to support too. John, I'm going to try and keep it at less than 5 minutes in accord with our city council policies. So, but I don't want to miss out. I do want to recognize some cousins from Marion that have come over in West Des Moines. After we got into this project, I learned that Musco Lighting and my cousin Kirby from Colorado were helping to oversee the project. Just an awesome connection that we're happy was made. So thanks for coming over from Eastern Iowa and from Des Moines. You know, I've said some dumb things in my life, and I'm going to say more dumb things, but this one I thought was appropriate for today. So years ago, I said, none of my girls will play soccer. What happened? All of my girls play soccer, loved soccer, had great experiences with soccer. We, as parents, Cindy and I, grew to love the game and love watching our kids play soccer, followed them across the Midwest to all kinds of pitches. Soccer was really good to us. We had a lot of time together as a family. We learned a lot, taught us some important life lessons, and made some awesome friendships. Soccer was really good, and I'm thinking here at the pitch, we can pass on some of that soccer love. So I'm hoping that people in the community will feel that soccer love here. We're coming up on 100 years in business. We've been doing business in Ames for 98 years. 2027 will mark our 100th year in business. And I'd just like to thank the Lord for his goodness and faithfulness to our family and our business over the years. We're forever grateful. And I'd also like to thank the city of Ames. Ames has been our home. The people of Ames are friends. It's been a great place to live and work and play, and we're looking forward to doing it for years to come. I would say that we are more committed than ever at Friedrich to serving this community and enriching lives through real estate. And hopefully this pitch is just a small expression of that gratitude. And finally, I saw a connection between one of our core values at Friedrich and this. And the core value is gathering. We think it's really important to gather. At our shop, we meet for Team Gather most every Tuesday. And we talk about a lot of real estate, but sometimes it's not real estate. Sometimes it's just life stuff. And we're connecting, we're encouraging, we're collaborating. You collaborate to be great. You work at things to be great. So that gathering concept, again, is really important. Our people are constantly trying to lead people to the right home or apartment. And what do we do in our homes and apartments? We gather. That's where the good stuff happens. Well, I think this is a sort of gathering spot. I'm hoping this pitch will be a gathering spot, a safe, healthy, active place where people want to come and compete and make friends. That's the good stuff. So that's really all I had to say, and thanks for coming out on a hot day.
Well said, and thank you, Kurt. Before I introduce our next speaker, I don't know if everyone heard, but we're giving away 12 footballs, is that right? Whatever they are, these balls over here. So if you haven't signed up, make sure you find Susan. Who else? Another one, Joshua, back here. If you're interested, we're going to draw for one. As they say, must be present to win. So anyway. It's my honor to introduce Nathan Shimonik, who's the Parks Recreation Commission chairperson. And this group does a lot of heavy lifting, but I think they do a lot of fun things also. So Nathan, you want to go ahead and make a few comments also?
All right, thank you, Mayor. It is my privilege to be on the Parks and Rec Board. I'm joined here today. Dwayne Reeves and Hannah Sappenfield are with us. We seek out new ideas for programs and for facilities to diversify our community. And a mini pitch are huge right now. They're growing. The U.S. Soccer Federation is looking to put 1,000 in. And the reason why is it's a community hub. It gets our communities together. You could hop in, play a super fast-paced game of soccer. The ball play never stops. Young and old can join in for a pickup game. And every time, if anybody's been driving by, it's been busy. And I love seeing it. We have the strategy of looking forward, putting things into the CIP 5 years down the road. What can we do? What are we missing? And this is perfect. My kids grew up going to kitty kickers soccer right here at Parks and Rec. Many weekends where we were down coaching. I had no idea about any of the rules of soccer, so I'm sitting there Googling it right before the game to try to figure out what everything meant, because I never played soccer as a kid, and it was so much fun. And this is a continuation of that. I think the diversity through different facilities, different programs, different sports really brings us together as a community, because all these different people bring in new ideas of how we're gonna join together and play. And ultimately, we're all young at heart. So I hope young and old can get out here and enjoy the mini pitch. I'm gonna have Keith Abraham, Director of Parks and Rec, come on up. Thank you.
So a couple of phrases that you've heard already is partnerships, collaboration, getting together, seeking input. Whenever we finish a project, I always take a look and think back from beginning to end. And there were a lot of players in this project. It started off, one of the things that we knew that if we were going to put the mini pitch at Lloyd Kurtz Park, we needed to find a place to park people. Street wasn't a really good option. So Stonebrook Church, I know Matt is here, there's others here from the church. We sat down, started having that conversation, and we got an agreement, which was approved by the church and also approved by City Council in regards to utilizing the parking lot. So that was the first step, and that's a huge, and thank you to Stonebrook Church. Give them a round of applause for, again, thinking about community. They want to be a partner. They want to be out there. They want to really get people involved in activities. So thank you so much for that. Then we had a community input, neighborhood input meeting, and a lot of you showed up at that meeting and provided input. And one of the neat things, and I've shared this multiple times, is that we had probably about 40 people at that meeting, and there were probably about a half dozen youth. And if you were one of those kids at that meeting, raise your hand. Because it was really neat, because they did most of the talking, which was really good. Dwayne was there, he can attest to that. But one of the things that we heard, and this is what we always have these meetings for, find out what do people like, what do they don't like, what are the concerns, what are they really excited about. But one of the things that we heard is people said, it's great if we can park in this lot over here, but if there's not a trail, or if there's not a path that we can go to the shelter or get to the playground, we'll never park over here. So part of the process, we included, as part of the bid package, a trail, not only come from the parking lot to the pitch, but also from the parking lot over to the shelter and to the playground. And again, all of these things, so thank you to all the neighbors and all the people that were at that meeting providing that input. Then I want to thank, the Parks and Recreation Commission, because we take these ideas to them, we bounce them off, and they are very, very supportive. The mayor mentioned it, they do a lot of heavy lifting, and sometimes it's not always easy. They've got to make tough decisions. So thank you to the commission. Then things go to City Council, and City Council, again, thank you for your unwavering support of Parks and Recreation, enhancing the quality of life, and providing the resources for us to get things like this built and to get amenities in the park system for the residents to use. And as others mentioned, there's always people out here playing. So let's give Commission and Council a round of applause. With this project, we also Clapsaddle Gardner and Associates did the design, so I'd like to thank them. and also staff is involved in a number of ways, especially Courtney Court, who's our recreation superintendent. Go ahead, give a wave, Courtney. So thank you to all of our staff that have been involved. Again, very much appreciate their efforts for everything. We already had Kurt, speak, but I want to go through and just thank, all of our donors and so on. So obviously the Friedrich team came forward with a large donation. It's the Friedrich pitch. You see the sign out there. So let's give the Friedrich team a round of applause for their efforts. We also, Delta Dental, the drinking fountain that's on the south end of the pitch, just got recently put in. Courtney submitted a grant to Delta Dental. $20,000 grant was received and basically paid for the water line, the fountain itself, and the installation. So I don't know if anybody from Delta Dental is here, but let's give them a round of applause anyways. We had some additional donors, Judith and Bill Heffley. And those, are they here? No. We also had some bench sponsors, Drain Tech. Anybody from Drain Tech here? Greater Iowa Credit Union. Now I do know that we have people from Central State Bank right over here, several people. So again, these projects like this is, and as you can see through what the previous speakers and what I have said, is there's a lot of components to this, and we talk as staff that everything is a possibility. We don't know how good a possibility is until we sit down with people and talk to people and see what kind of excitement and things, and obviously this is the result of those conversations and those opportunities. So thank you to everybody. And now what we'd like to do is let's get any donors that are out here, you come on up, commission members, council members, come on up and we will cut the ribbon.
Hey Keith, get up here. All right.